to be lots of them, Kim. I would love that stadium. Looks absolutely awesome.
Right, I'm ready.
Oh, Lauren now.
I'm here, so there's that.
Just my goodies.
You weren't joking either.
That's all I say. Dropping.
Whoa, why have I got a... Oh, it's Phil. You missed it, yeah, I was trying to take a picture. I was wondering why I had this extra picture pop up then.
Larry Fitzgerald, let's go. Phil needs to get through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got furniture to build.
So we'll...
Right. Shh. Right, we're going. Jesus. Oh no, Rick felt when Chris Matthew used to be on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly?
I think we're just getting started.
Medic!
I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Congratulations, you are alive on the 29th of September. Congratulations, you should be honored that you're still alive on the 50th birthday of Greg DeLacy. He is 50 today. And this is episode 546 of the Overseas Connection podcast. I am your host, Robin, the also 50. Oh my goodness. Yes, at Bongo the Sane. And we are here to do another video game podcast for people who are really clever and bright and beautiful. We are the most beautiful podcasters and gaming community in the world. And if you're one of those people, you're listening to the right podcast right now. But if you're ugly, well, we have Greg. So, yeah, he can sympathize with you. Anyway, I have Mark, I have Phil, lovely to have Phil, and I have Kim. Fantastic.
Indeed.
And we are live right now, and it's Sunday, and it's 9 o'clock in the UK, in the west coast of America, where there's a 50th birthday party going on for 50-year-olds. It's 1 o'clock. On the East Coast, it's 4 p.m. And right smack bang in the middle, there's no 50-year-olds. In Central, it's 3 p.m. We go out on twitch.tv/OC podcast every week, and pretty much all of the other bits. If you search for Overseas Connection Podcast or OC Podcast, you'll find us there. And that's it. That's us.
We're even working on Mixer tonight. Mixer's finally working.
Ooh, at last. So, Mark, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Phil, hello.
Hello.
Can I just play this special thing for Greg?
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
This is just for Greg, because we've got some other birthdays, so this is for Greg.
How does it feel to be 50? Coming apart at the seams. How does it feel to be 50? Laxatives in your dreams.
That's enough of that shit. Right, go on, carry on.
Seriously, I mean, I am 50, and I can't give him too much stick. Except that I told him to take plenty of photographs and video today because he probably won't remember it. Not with the drink or the alcohol, he just probably won't remember it.
Real age.
Just old age.
Yeah, it's still the age. So, I mean, as far as we're aware, he is going, as we discussed earlier in the week, to the mall today to get some nice, soft, comfy slippers, maybe some yogurt without bits in it. And, that's the sort of stuff that he's going to be up to today. Maybe some easy listening music, maybe.
He's going to get one of those blankets with sleeves in. And...
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, what is that? Yeah, the thing. Yeah,
Slinky.
Slinky, yeah. He's going to have one of those. So welcome to the club, Greg. 50. Wow. How can that actually be? Because
Got me.
I'm sure he'll say the same. You aren't there, but Mark is catching and Phil is catching up to. Kim is 15 or 20 years to go before she gets to 50.
Sure.
And I can't say I still feel like a 20-year-old because I'm not, but I would say I fall within that stupid 28 to 30 mark, somewhere in around there as far as mentality is concerned. And I hope it'll always be that way. But the body doesn't match the mental thing,
Yeah.
So I'm talking to young folk and they're going, what? Old fella? What? Mister? When they start to call you Mister. Hey, in Belfast anyway. Hey, Mister. Anyway, look, we're here to do a show, and of course, today is the King of Bollocks, Greg the fucking loose laces. His birthday is today. Happy birthday, Phil. Happy. What's his name?
That's 50 years old showing now.
Happy birthday, Greg. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Cindy has something arranged for him, so let's hope Cindy is sorting him out. Tomorrow is Gary Symington, good old friend Greasy Fish Lips from Australia. One of the funniest guys I've heard on a podcast.
His emails he used to send into Veteran Gamers, they were hilarious.
So good. He's not. I don't think he's gaming as much now. He's been traveling all over the world. I still keep in touch on Facebook. But Gary, if you're listening, love you, man. Would love to hear you on sometime again. And on Friday coming, Dorian Ellis, sort of founder member of the G4T community and a very active member for all of us for many years. We met him for the first, for me anyway, last year at EGX. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know if he's coming down or this year. He's only lives up Neverwinter. Yeah. So maybe reach out to him this week, but he'll be 52.
Wow.
On Friday coming. So happy birthday, guys. And this is for you. Yay!
Happy
Okay.
birthday.
That's the birthdays done. Birthdays are done. So let's talk about what we've been up to and what we've been doing.
Hooray, story time. Hooray, story time. I'm so glad to be with you today.
I got to say, first of all, that I've got a bottle of limoncello that I showed the guys, and I've kept it from Italy, and it's a really, really nice quality bottle of limoncello. If I open it now, I'm in trouble. I don't mean in trouble with other people. I'm in trouble. The podcast would deteriorate.
We've seen it before.
Just keep your eyes off it, Robin. You said you're not touching it. You're waiting for Greg to drink that.
I'm going to
get your mind off the limoncello.
Yeah. Just for those on video, this is a beautiful bottle of Polini limoncello. Really, really nice stuff. See, the seal is sealed. It's sealed. I'm gonna set it over here.
Chilled, though?
No, it's not. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put it in the freezer for Greg coming, I think, because that's where you put my limoncellos. Oh, right, okay. The week that was. Let me see. What have we got here? We've got some notes. We write notes about what we're doing. So let me see if I can sort of surmise what's going on here. Kim was sitting on babies.
Yep.
Reading instructions of how to do that. And going to a bed at 9 o'clock, then getting up and going home. That's about right?
But no.
Okay, what's been going on? We've seen some photographs of babies.
Yeah.
What's the crack?
Yeah. I retired from babysitting, but they've dragged me back in. So no matter how much I want to leave the profession and, retire and do my own stick.
I keep on trying to get out, but they keep pulling me back in again.
Exactly. So this is my first full week of watching my nephew Colton, because my brother's hours had changed. He got a different job, and so he needed someone to watch his son. So I guess that's where I come in. So,
you've not better to do, have you, Kim?
Huh?
You've nothing better to do, have you?
Yeah, I have like a backlog of games to play and, the usual stuff. But no, let's throw a 11-year-old or 11-month-old in on it while we're at it. But what are you going to do?
So do they ask you or do they just dump?
Well, he's pretty good at asking. Now, my sister, on the other hand, she's, she'll tell me and then, wait a week. And then next thing I know, she shows up at my house and I'm like, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, remember you said you'd watch him. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And then she'll be like, oh, a week ago. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that was a week ago. You could have reminded me at some point. But, So it's a good thing. I'm very relaxed, or it could be bad, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
So,
well, like, kids are nice, but yeah, you
Oh,
do
yeah.
need your own time. I mean, I think that's one of my biggest problems, trying to actually fit in anything else. I just sent it to Judith tonight. I said,
Yeah.
when do I actually have a minute? I mean, she was she was away on Friday with her two sisters. They went away and stayed away overnight, and good stuff, because she just generally doesn't get away like that. Went way down south to a lovely hotel, done some shopping in this nice outlet. So I was trying to work from home on Friday, and then Saturday, and she was home on Saturday night, and then today again, just being flat out, just nutballs, just trying to look after all the kids.
Yep.
And in fact, we'll sort of go over as well. Why are you going to bed at 9 o'clock? When I had all the kids, we got a call from. We had some furniture orders. You know, I had work done at the house, so had furniture was ordered, and I didn't expect it for another week or so yet. And I got a call on Saturday morning about 9:30 to say, "Hey, everybody, there, Robin, how you doing, there, boy? That furniture you ordered has all arrived in. Hey, that's Ballymena." And I said, "Oh, Kevin, that's fantastic. You know what? It'd be great if you get it delivered today. It'd be a nice surprise for Judith coming home tonight." "Hi, Robin, boys, that's good. Well, the boys are out in the van now. We'll see if they can get back and get her delivered for you. But you got the bill. There's a bit of a bill there, Robin, to pay." And right, okay. Yeah, I'll come down now and get it. Then the realization hit me that I had baby and some 3 foster children in the house that couldn't be left with any of the other boys because they can't. So I phoned them back and said, "Kevin, would you prepare the bill, please? Because I'm coming in hot. I'm going to have a baby in the car for the foster kids. I just want to come in, pay, and go." "Why, dear Rob, now I have that for you. No problem there, boy. It's Kevin. I've got you sorted." So we dived in. So this is now, I was 9:30. That was at 20 to 10. So we all jumped into Judith's big wagon and down into the village, which is only 2 miles from here, ran in and paid the bill. And within half an hour, all the furniture was out here. And that's just dealing with a local shop. I mean, 2 or 3 weeks ago, the dishwasher broke, and I phoned at 4 p.m, and at 4:20, the new dishwasher was delivered.
Wow.
Just lovely.
Superb.
So the furniture all came, and it's all in now, and it's lovely. But that's just that country thing, and you probably get a wee bit of that too, because everybody knows your name.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you going to bed at 9 o'clock?
Aforementioned nephew. You know, if anybody's ever chased an 11-month-old around the house on top of trying to clean the house and do other things. I mean, admittedly, I'm kind of a lazy butt anyhow, so it's not too uncommon. But I'm telling you what, here lately, it's like at 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm starting to nod off and thinking this can't be right. But it is what it is. So.
I used to, and I don't know. I think it is a bit of that being so busy, work life and home life. Because I would have sat down quite happily at 10 o'clock or 10:30 at night and started. That was my gaming time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it now. Not a lot, not all the time, but I can't. I used to do it happily every night, and now it's no. And it's not that I don't want to. I do, but I'll end up going, that's effort. I'll just put on an episode of something or watch a bit of a movie, so I can lay like broccoli and watch it.
There you go. For me, you pass out on the couch and then you wake up and go, "Oh yeah, I should probably go to bed."
Yeah. You spend 10 minutes picking the thing that you want to watch, and you maybe get into bed or you go to bed with it, and you go, "I think I'll watch a bit of this," and you realize in the morning that the headphones have wrapped around your neck, you're almost strangled, and you probably listened to the first 2 minutes of it after you started. Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be about right. Okay. And what are you? And you're reading lots and lots of reading.
Yeah, lots. I just finished the 9th book in the Dark Elf series that I've been reading, thanks to Griggles. So yeah. Well, there's like 23 of them, so I'm almost halfway through. So. And
then the big doorsteps or
no, they're only about 200-300 pages, so I can usually get through them in a couple of days. So.
Good. You've already recommended those.
Yeah.
All right, is it IKEA? Are we being up to? What are we up to?
Oh God, yeah.
See, I love IKEA furniture.
Yeah, I mean it is great.
Putting together, I think it's very therapeutic.
So number one son has moved back in after a few years away, and just been kitting out beds, wardrobes, kitchens, all sorts. Converted the garage into a nice sort of granny annex.
Okay.
Shower
All right.
thing. So, which I've got my eyes on when he moves out in a couple of years, hopefully.
There you go.
So flat pack furniture hell has been interesting. So my hands are cut up and sore and everything, usual stuff.
You need an electric screwdriver.
I've got an electric screwdriver. Yeah, that's me.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I love Lego. My problem is I always manage to build it like 80% and then realize that I built some bit upside down.
Yeah, I'm getting
the tray runners or stuff like that, and then you run around kicking things for 5 minutes with frustration at yourself. We have to take it all back together, put it back. Oh yeah.
Try not to break it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's all good. All good.
Good. And you're well settled into the new house now, Phil. I mean, I see the room you're in now is painted. Did you do that painting yourself?
No, it was all painted for us.
Oh, wow. Lovely.
Yeah. But we're now fully settled. I think next big project is landscaping the garden. So in spring. A bit too wet to do it now. But all going good.
All right. Tell me a bit about this. The credits and the felting and the stuff that's going on and your wife's TV appearances and the stuff that's going on there, if you don't mind.
So we did. We got involved in. We know a couple of sort of C-list celebrities, and they're involved in some dogs trusts. So there's a Romanian dogs charity that brings dogs from Romania who are very badly treated over to the UK for adoption. So Lisa and I did some graphics for their TV show, which has been on TV the last couple of weeks, and just animated maps and logos and stuff. And we're adopting.
Sorry. That was on computer or handwritten or hand drawn or someone photographed or?
No, I did it on computer. So this usual sort of animated maps. So a map with a plane going across, stopping at various locations, or a map of Europe, for example, with a bus going across it, carrying the dogs, just to show in cutaways. You know, if you've got footage of people on the plane or people driving, cutaways to animated maps, like Indiana Jones style.
Oh.
You know, with a map and the plane goes across. So just something I knocked up, and it was been on TV this week. So credited, and because it's charity, it's did for free for charity.
Yeah,
don't like to talk about it, but for charity.
No, that's nice that you got something knocked up. So
it's about time.
Okay, OCD and D has been revisited.
It has.
Been spitting the mic out again. You have a new party member.
Yeah, so we got back together after with my move and everything else. It's been about 4 months since we last played.
Wow.
So started publishing a few more episodes. As we're up to episode 12 on the podcast now. And last week we met up again. Rich wasn't able to make it, unfortunately. So we introduced a new character, Hector of the Bear Tribe, who's a Zerking barbarian.
As you do. Very
ably represented by a good friend of the podcast, Jason Johnson, Teflon 12.
Teflon.
Mm-hmm. And he certainly brought a new dimension to the role playing. It was a really good session.
Did he get straight into it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's been playing for probably 20 years. So he's a veteran.
Wow.
Veteran of it. So.
I haven't done it once.
Oh, I haven't. You'd absolutely love it, actually, Robin, because
I was really just nervous and unsure, but once you get into it, and even learning it, it's just a lot of fun. And Phil can sort of like try plan for everything, and then we can just throw him completely off kilter. Some of the stuff we want to do is just crazy. You can just do anything you want. It's nuts. It's really good fun.
It is, and you know, Greg's played before. But Kim and Mark have really, I suppose, not come out of their shells, but it's a bit more role playing and a bit more kicking ass. Kim kicks some serious ass.
Oh,
Yes, she does.
Well,
little ass kicker.
I think
Okay,
that week one where she poisoned everyone, I think I was just just sort of like give everyone a false sense
Throw
of
people
security.
off.
Yeah.
But it's good fun. We're really enjoying it, and probably
is
do
there an
something for
end
extra
in
life as
sight?
well.
Is there an end in sight, Phil? I mean,
Never.
how long? Okay, so all right, so at
So
seven
some
o'clock
stories-
we all come around your new gaff, right?
Yeah.
And we sit around the kitchen table.
Yeah.
And we pour a drink in some felt glasses, which have been haven't really been a very good seller. They're the returns, but you have to use them, right? When do we finish that game?
Probably when everyone starts getting tired. So you can go on for hours and
It's just
hours.
like a computer game, Robin. You
It is.
pause it and go back to it later.
Yeah. So you can do a, I could present a side mission, for example, which is a couple of hours long.
Okay.
Or it'd be part of a bigger campaign. So the last session that we did, the guys are part of a big campaign, and I introduced a little side mission for the guys to go and investigate a dungeon, or a crypt rather, where something had mysteriously going on. They've been hired for lots and lots of money, and you flash cash at this lot and they go running.
Greg wants to kill everything in sight, and we just want me and Kim want gold.
They
Yeah,
got
pretty
attacked, went in and got attacked by zombies, skeletons, and
Oh boy.
and who knows what else. And
Oh,
you know,
right.
we can stop at any time. So we stopped after, I think we played for a couple of hours, and people had to get off and do stuff. So we can just, I find a good place to pause, and we just pick it up next time.
You see, that was a politician's answer. Okay. How long does it take to play a game without side missions? How long to complete? If I go to how long to complete and type in Phil's role-playing game, how long to complete?
There is no end point.
Mm-mm.
So how do you have is it okay? So it's an experience rather than I'm winner chicken dinner.
So yeah, I mean, so it'll
Sort of.
be built up of multiple campaigns. This is the second campaign that they've brought the characters to, and as you move through, you level up your characters. So it's almost, you could say it's like an MMO. It's a continuous campaign. At some point, they'll reach the top level. They're level 3 at the moment. So I think top level is level 20. They'll reach level 20, and then we'll probably agree to close it and re-roll some new characters if they haven't died already.
See,
they could
I
die
was-
at any point.
I was speaking to my mate Hideo earlier on this week, and he was saying that he was listening to one of the episodes of the OC D&D, and there was a section there that you had to climb up this big cliff, and you were using ladders, and he was saying that's where I got the inspiration for Death Stranding. So
I'm not surprised. Yeah,
it's amazing,
In Death Stranding, do you fall off ladders quite a lot? Because there's lots.
So and that's why he sent me the
Well,
nice
the snooty
photograph,
elf can't climb.
the nice photograph of me in the frame. So with Hideo Kojima, which is lovely. That was very nice of him. Oh, very good. Okay, and are you applying for another job?
I was looking for a new challenge, and a job with a little games company based in Nottingham turned up. Looked perfect. Unfortunately, I applied, sent a video in, and didn't get anything back, which is the first time.
That's what you're talking about.
First time I've ever had a rejection without getting an interview. So I was gutted.
Yeah, probably feel little bastards.
Yeah. In their plastic crack.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Phil. I'm sorry.
There'll be other ones.
There will.
So took a bit of a blow, but yeah. Apart from that, busy.
Speaking of taking a bit of a blow, Mark, you've got one thing here. Are you taking on a new like trade? Is this what you do in the evenings? This Peaky Blinders thing now? Do you go out with a flat cap on and cock me and beat people up?
No, on Phil and Pete's recommendations, I've started and finished watching Peaky Blinders. I've watched all 5 seasons in the last 2.5, 3 weeks. I've binge watched the hell out of this, and it's really, really good. Set just after World War One. The lads have come home after being in France at the Somme. There were tunnelers. There's a lot of PTSD going on. They've got this gang going on in Birmingham. And it's just brilliant. Brilliant acting, brilliant atmosphere, brilliant settings, some crazy stuff. If you like me, if you're a big fan of like your Breaking Bads and stuff, as each season progresses, they seem to get more and more wealthy and more established, but more and more shit goes down. So it's that sort of thing. It's just brilliant. I loved it.
Yeah, superb show.
Yeah.
One of my favourites.
I wonder, Phil, have you watched The Sopranos? Because I know Mark hasn't.
No.
Did you watch Sopranos?
Some of it. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched some of it.
I haven't watched any of it until the last week or so. And it's friggin' awesome.
It is. It just scares me a bit because there's so many episodes. With something like Peaky Blinders, there's 5 seasons, and probably 6 episodes a season, so 30 episodes. There's probably 22 episodes in the season of The Sopranos. And how many seasons? Okay. How many seasons of Sopranos were there?
7, I think.
Yes, that's 140, 150 episodes to get through.
Yeah.
That just scares me off.
I think I watched the first 4 or 5 and just thought, wow, this is brilliant. And I imagine it's like a more modern Peaky Blinders sort of thing as well, gangster.
Yeah. There's another one I've always wanted to watch. It's Sons of Anarchy. I've never seen that either. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. I tried and watched a wee bit.
There's a spin-off of that as well.
My next series will be The Good Place. Season 4's just come out on Netflix.
I watched the first couple and then it got really crazy and that was good. That was good. Okay. Right, well, we're all doing things and we're keeping moving. As we get older, it's important to keep moving because if you stay still too long, you get piles. A nurse has to come along and put cream on. Greg.
What does he look like? No, wait, never mind.
All right. Just want to review again about EGX. It is coming up very, very soon. In fact, we are at the last days of September. And in 3 weeks' time, it'll be pretty much all done and dusted. We'll be knackered at the stage on this Sunday evening. So EGX is the 17th to the 20th of October. If you're thinking about going and you haven't got a ticket yet, do it now. Because tickets are because tickets are starting to get very, very low. Superpass tickets are all but gone. There are tickets still available, but please go and get your ticket now. Don't leave it to the day, lad. We have things organized for the Friday night. We are going to escape rooms in Docklands just beside the exhibition halls for 8 o'clock. If you're interested in that, last week there was about 11 people. Now there's 16. So if you're interested in doing some escape rooms with us, it looks pretty cool. Get in contact with me at Bongo the Scene as soon as possible. We're probably going to have to close this off probably next weekend because numbers have to be booked with this place. So please, we'd love to have you. If you want that, if you're around on the Friday night for 8 o'clock, please come along and do some escape rooms with us. There is money involved, not lots, but get in contact with me. And then on Saturday night, we're having beers, we're having burritos, laughs, and fun in Canary Wharf, again in the Docklands area. We're going to do a Mexican restaurant. We're going to have lots of fun, bit of crack, some games, and laughs, some numbers, and I think there's at least 20 plus or more people at this stage, and it's starting to get out of hand. But again, if you'd love to come along, let me know you want to come out for a bite to eat with us. If you want to stay on the show until later on in the evening and then just go on to Canary Wharf, come along with us. Let me know at Bongo the Scene, and we'd love to meet you and have a chat with you. And just about everybody in our community in the podcasting nature is coming along. If you haven't heard, Fraser's coming from Canada, Greg again from Los Angeles. Okay, Lincoln's not Los Angeles, but you know what I mean. Seth McNitt's coming over from the States. Gary Amras from the Gamesman's coming, and all our local bods. Mark's going to be there. Verbal Rob from Bosswave, Chris MJW, Hardly, Dan, Mike Chin, Stu Farley from BG's, Pete Chin, our beautiful ginger-bearded man. Little Antonio Phillips, who's now a man, is coming. Many more. So please come. Please, it'll be a laugh. So, again, can't say it anymore. Contact me. All right? At Bungo the Scene. I'll get you booked in, locked in, all you want. Anyway, I had a look through some of the stuff at the EGX website because it was a bit thin on the skin, Mark.
Yeah.
And now stuff is starting to really appear. Now, I'm not blown away by some of the stuff that's there.
No.
But the show does seem to be getting really big. I know we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's on the show floor, but just rattling through it, there's your main big games, if you want to call them that, and there's the res section, which is the smaller bit, and then the left field, which is Phil in his bedroom making stuff. But
and there's a couple of experiences as well. I don't know what these will be.
Yeah.
There's a Cyberpunk 2077 experience and the Dark Room experience.
So I looked into the Dark Room experience, and it looks brilliant. It looks like fun. So it's like a show. So we go into the theater, right? And everybody's there, and they pull up. I think it's 5 people onto the stage, and it's like a text adventure.
Right.
So these people have to work their way through and make choices. Left, right, north, south, with audience participation, and it's a scary horror thing. It looks, if you look it up on YouTube, it looks fun. I think it goes around a lot of the shows. I've no idea what the Cyberpunk one is going to be.
I was guessing it was going to be like, a few years ago we had Mafia 3 there, but it wasn't playable. You just went in and it was like a theatre.
Yeah, it was like a movie theatre,
50s movie theatre. We just showed a movie clip of it, like a trailer, and they gave you a bit of popcorn, didn't they? And then they booted you out again. I presume it's something like that.
Well, still do there like the HP esports stage. They've got an Omen dual screen gaming laptop, allegedly the first time it's been seen in the world at this. I don't know if that's true or not. There's the Fighting Capcom Pro Tour regional finals. Now get this, for London, I know it's not millions like some of these, but there's a $15,000 prize pool, and $7,000 goes to the winner on Sunday for the final. That's not bad for some wee UK guy in a fighting game. And you think that's why it's all so serious over there, and because that's a lot of money. And then of course we have Borderlands, which is Borderlands 3 is here, and it's 10 years since the first Borderlands, so we're going to see loads and loads of cosplayers in Borderlands because they are going to have a Borderlands cosplay competition, which is all at 3:00 on Saturday. So there'll be lots of the guys that do this, point guns, stuff like that there. So
lots of Liliths, maybe a few claptraps and
so the cosplay, we always have a good laugh at them. The tabletop zone is here again. The retro zone, which is always brilliant. Loads of merchandise, careers and education, and then meet and greets this year. Digital Foundry guys that meet those nerds, Eurogamer, Outside Xbox guys, and Dice Breakers, which are your RPG role playing game guys, are there to meet and greet. And then for the first time I've seen there, they've got speedrunning zone, and it's in a theater, and there's like schedules of all the different games there's going to be speedrun. So again, there's quite a lot going on, even though the games aren't groundbreaking.
Yeah.
The stuff that I had sort of highlighted there for me, Doom Eternal, to have a look at Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
That looks interesting. Journey to the Savage Planet. I think, Phil, that will be right up your street.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that one.
It looks like a No Man's Sky, but resources driven, and you have to go to planets and work out, can they be habitable by humans?
Can you live on them?
Or Mexicans? Yeah, can you live on them? It looks like there's quite a big Nintendo.
There's a lot of Nintendo presence there.
So Luigi's Mansion 3 will be there and playable. Again, Mario and Sonic. Yeah. What else did I have marked there?
Olympics cashing. There's 2 Pokemon Shield and Sword.
I'm sure
Super Mario Maker 2 is going to be there, although it's already out.
Right. Yeah.
That game that everyone's waiting for, as they did at the at last year, Fortnite, I bet will be there.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
That was ridiculous last year. Absolutely ridiculous.
And the other thing, okay, in Minecraft, there'll be at least 50 screens of it or more.
Yeah.
Zombie Army 4, which
I didn't even know we were doing a fourth one. Yeah, because the Zombie Army trilogy is quite good. Yeah, it's got a bit of a cult following.
And this looks brilliant. This looks really good. It looks like it's progressed. So the war is over, and now it's fighting more dead. Anyway, I'm sure there's not much of an excuse, but that looks really, really groovy.
Yeah, so, I don't know anything about that. Shock rods. That looks interesting. I don't even know what that is.
Shock rods.
Yeah, just the name and the picture of it just grabs my attention. So,
is it what? It's your HOTAS joystick thing?
No, I've no idea what it is. I click on it and it doesn't go anywhere. It just goes to the top of the page.
Joystick and like a shock rod.
It looks like a grip type of game, or like some like on rails racing thing.
Like cattle prod.
Looks like there's some like tank battles going on. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Mark.
Yeah, go on, carry on.
Got Kim. Anyway, I wasn't that excited the week before last. It was just carrying on, but now it's starting to build. It's starting the excitement is starting to build now. Yeah, and with the thought of all of the guys coming from stateside over, really, really looking forward to our weekend. Bugger the games, bugger the people that are coming. That's the idea.
Yeah, I get to meet my long lost illegitimate son, Gary Armrest Lever.
Oh yeah.
I kind of adopted him.
I feel like sort of petting him. Yeah. Pet him and stroke him and call him George.
I just hope he doesn't come in, arrive in one of them fucking Thor tops or his Spider-Man tops.
No, it should be good. It's funny. As you know, we have a house book for there, and I was going, oh yeah, well the numbers are down to about 11. Okay, because I thought Seth McNitt had said that his girlfriend was coming and they were just going to book a hotel, but this week he's saying, well, I'm going to come on nights and stay. I'm definitely at the house, and somebody else dropped out.
She's brave, isn't she? She's brave coming with all those guys.
Yeah. And now I think the house sleeps 12 officially, and I think it's back up to 15. So
well, you know.
Fraser's asking me, does he bring a sleeping bag and a pillow? So anybody that's bringing a car, throw a couple of sleeping bags in it, please. So yeah, goodness knows, it should be good fun. All right, let's talk about some game stuff. Real game stuff. Real tough.
Today I feel like playing computer games. Today I feel like playing computer games.
Somebody talk.
The monthly freebies have been announced. Games with Gold for October 2019. We've got Tembo the Badass Elephant, October 1st to the 31st. We've got Friday the 13th, The Game, October 16th to November 15th. The two Xbox 360 titles which are backward compatible, you've got Disney Bolt, October 1st to 15th, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, October 16th to 31st.
Friday the 13th was supposed to be pretty good, wasn't it?
It's got a bit of a following, yeah. I remember when that first came out, Greg Miller from XIGN, who's doing kind of funny games, he loved this game. He was all over it. He was playing it all the time. It's like an online game where one person plays as Jason. And then the other guys play as the counsellors and campmates, and they have to escape Camp Crystal Lake. There's a few escape routes. There's the boat, they can get on the lake, they can go to the main road to the gate and get out that way. But to do that, they have to find certain parts for stuff. Like for the boat, you need a motor, and then you need the petrol. For the car, you need the keys and the petrol, or no, a battery and the keys. So it's not as simple as just jumping in the car and going.
Mark. You're a mechanic.
Yeah, I know.
You should know this stuff.
Yeah. But Jason's got a few abilities of his own as well. He can teleport. If he sees you, he can teleport, and then the screen goes funny like a VHS recording, and when he goes in front of you, and if he stands in front of a car, it demolishes a car. So it looks a lot of fun. It was, I don't know if it still is, but I think that was part of a charm. It was janky as fuck, but that was part of a charm. Yeah, it's got a lot of people who play this, and yeah, big following. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's good.
I'm sure that's on Game Pass, or is that the other one, Dead by Daylight?
That's Dead by Daylight, yeah.
Similar,
which is
sort of
very
thing.
similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
All right, PlayStation. Wow.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus, October 2019. Well, thanks to the recent State of Play, where they showed The Last of Us 2, which looks immense, they are giving away The Last of Us Remastered for October. Very, very tactical play by Sony there. That's very well played. That'll do them no harm at all. It'll increase hype for The Last of Us 2 massively.
I did like my version of the Last of Us 2 trailer. I thought
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Good. I'll have to find that. And then we're also giving away MLB The Show 19. So if you like your baseballs, knock yourself out. If you don't download it.
If you like your
the Twitch Prime games haven't been announced yet because they're slackers.
Slackers. Okay, very good. All right. So stuff that we've been playing ourselves. I'm going to rattle my stuff out of the way first because I've had very, very little time. And I played both of these things on the iPad. Funny enough, with my controller. Well, one of them with a controller. Forgotten Anne is a pretty big title. It's an indie-ish in your res section. It's a beautiful little game in the style of sort of anime almost, but not a Japanese anime. It has that sort of not completely smooth animation, but like that cartoony type thing. The premise of the story, if you don't know, is it's a weird little land that Anne and crew live in, and if you're an old sock that gets lost underneath the bed, or a remote control that's put down behind the sofa and forgotten about completely, or a person who has been forgotten about completely by other people in the real world, you just disappear from this mortal toil and end up in that world. So things that are forgotten completely, no memory in anybody's brain, they go to this place. And the sock comes alive, and the sock walks around, or a scarf, or a lamp, or whatever, and they all have characters, voices, and there's a bad side and there's a good side, and you're usually on the good side of the bad side, and it's a platformer type thing with an interesting story, and it is gorgeous. I know Stu from Veteran Gamers raved about it. I have looked at it for quite a while, and I seen that it was there free on the iPad. And I downloaded it, and it's not completely free. I think it's the first chapter or so that is completely free, and then you buy it. But it plays really well. The type of style of it works on the iPad fantastically with the controllers, the Nimbus Steels. So that's lovely. So yes, I don't know if anybody you should maybe heard of it, but
I've heard of it, but not played it.
Yeah.
That's interesting to hear what it's about.
It's my sort of game. It's that sort of like platformer story type thing. So the other thing I've been playing is just came out very recently, and as we know, Nintendo have been getting into mobile games with Mario Run a few years ago and a few other bits and pieces, and just launched over the last week or so is Mario Kart Tour, and it's on phones and on iPads, whatever you want. I've downloaded it on the iPad. I played it this afternoon, and it is freaking Mario Kart. It is absolutely brilliant. It's free to download. I'm sure there's things you can buy to upgrade and all the points and bits and pieces. You seem to race against other people in the world. Because their name, you have to, rewind. Nintendo doesn't make it easy to play with people online and to play it at all. You have to log in to your Nintendo account. Now, there's a Nintendo account, and there's a Nintendo ID account, and there's a whole pile of stuff. So after you've worked out what was what, or created a new one, and worked out where your password was, or got a password reminder and get in, it's simple enough. And it has that Nintendo charm of the menus that are all fantastic. It is Mario Kart. It is, it's touchscreen, and it seems to work very well. It was left and right seems to be very good, and you swipe down to fire a power up out of that you have, and swipe forward to execute something else. Simple. You can have drift, or you can have a basic mode, just left and right as well. But graphically, it looks fantastic. It plays like Mario Kart, and it seems like a perfect little mobile game. You work your way up and upgrade stuff, and I suppose that's where the money is. That you probably have to buy special cars and special parachutes for the back of you, and clothes and bits and pieces. But if you want your Mario Kart fix for free, and on an iPod, Android, iPad, whatever it may be, that's well worth a look. So Mario Kart Tour is the latest of Nintendo stepping into the mobile arena. All right, who wants to go? Who wants to go first?
I'll go. So I've gone back and finished off a couple of games. So went back into Gardens Between.
Love it.
Which is something that we spotted last year at EGX.
Yeah. Goodness, remember, yeah.
Yeah, and looked fantastic. I'd played the first couple of levels and moved on to something else. But no, went back in and finished it. And it's brilliant. Absolutely
it's charming.
Brilliant.
It's not a hard puzzle game. It is that platform puzzler. It has a lovely, charming story about growing up and moving away and young friends and what happens as you grow older, and VHS and 80s references and stuff like that there. But it's charming.
The crux of this one is to you rewind time, don't you, to get to certain parts of a map you couldn't get to before by carrying them little lanterns with a light in it.
Yes, it's really unlocking memories.
Yeah.
So a very, very cute game. Very easy achievements as well. So once I'd finished, went back and picked up the 4 or 5 that I'd missed. So yeah, all good.
Yeah, that's right. It was an easy 1,000. That's right.
Yeah. Finally finished Gears 5, and
lad.
No doubt it's been spoken about a lot before. Absolutely brilliant. Really love the story, and can't wait for where it goes next. Be a spoiler cast at some point. And I was looking around for something to play, and with my son being back, he hasn't played any games for a few years, and we were looking. He played Oblivion years ago, and thought, well, hang on, let's see what's on Game Pass and everything else. And there was Elder Scrolls Online, and Neverwinter. Now, I played Neverwinter it says on my character that I played it in 2016, which is before I discovered Dungeons and Dragons. I've gone back to it today and absolutely love it. Really, really do. It's based in the world of D&D. You play all the different races. You can be a halfling rogue, Kim. You can be a dwarf fighter. You can be anything you want. So I've created a new character where I'm a wood elf warlock, and it's an MMO, and I haven't had to do any communicating.
I think of you as a wood elf, sort of. Yeah, that's perfect.
There's another big MMO on the Xbox now called Black Desert. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
My son's into that. He likes that.
Oh, right, okay. I'll have to give it a go. I mean, I downloaded Elder Scrolls as well. That was 105 gig.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it must have taken a day to do, and I've got a fast download speed. But yeah, I'll have to try Black Desert as well. But Neverwinter, it's good so far. Played it for a couple of hours. Enjoying the various different quests and things that you have to go on. Haven't interacted with anyone else yet. As far as an MMO is concerned, it's you see other people running around, but you don't necessarily have anything to do with them. I think when you come to raids and various activities later, when you've leveled up, and it's double XP at the moment as well, because there's a big expansion coming this week.
There's no large paywalls or anything than what you've seen yet.
No,
that's
not
my
yet.
biggest worry about these free-to-play ones.
Yeah, I think it mainly comes with customization.
Yeah, like your mounts and stuff.
Yeah, and probably high levels. And I'm still working things out. So I got a token for a mount, but I haven't worked out how to actually use it to get it. Because every time I go to the stables, you have to pay various things, for coins, usual stuff. But
when
it's good.
When this first came out, I played the sort of like intro part of it, and because it had just released, the servers were packed and they were really sporadic. There was a lot of laggy issues. I've not gone back to it since, but it was kind of fun.
There's been I haven't had any issues with it.
No, it'll be stable now.
One of the reasons why I went to this rather than Elder Scrolls was I read online that Elder Scrolls they seem to be stopping the support of it.
Right.
Whereas there seems to be a very active community and also very active developers. So, as I say, they're releasing a big expansion on the 1st, so this week. So we'll see.
Nice.
So far, so good. And it's free.
Excellent.
Can't be free.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've just got slightly distracted and depressed.
Oh no.
He's watching Cardinals.
Yeah. They're true to form. Yeah, Seahawks 16-3.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So far, yeah. Don't worry, it'll get a lot higher than that.
That's okay. Japan beat you as well, so.
Mark, you have been playing with chickens in Edith Finch, and so have you, Kim. So you've both experienced what remains of Edith Finch this week. Phil, have you played this? Have you?
No, not yet. No.
Okay, I have. I'd be interested to hear what these guys have to say about it. Now, it is a classic game from a couple of years ago that people raved about as is it a game? Is it not a game? Is it an experience? So, what do you think?
I wasn't sure what to expect, and I've mentioned this a few times. If my expectations are low, I tend to sort of like really enjoy them, and this was no exception. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was quite a unique way of doing storytelling. So it's a story about Edith Finch and her family. All the family have got this curse where they all seem to die either horrible deaths or die early. And you're just going through a journal of each of the family members, and it's like a recap of how they passed away.
So if I can sort of rewind a bit, so the way the game starts is you're this young-ish girl, and you're going through the woods, and you go to this old house.
Yeah.
And you go into the house and you work your way around room by room and basement and attic and extended rooms and all sorts of stuff. And every room is about a different person or a different thing.
Yeah, and you find the main journal of that person, and then you start to read it, and then you sort of like transported into their world of how they experienced it. And some of the levels are really unique. There's one I liked Barbara's level where he's in like a comic book. There was Lewis's where he's at work in a cannery, and he just daydreams.
Oh yeah, the fish.
Yeah, and he just daydreams, and it's quite a unique level. I thought that was genius, where you have to do two things at once. So while he's doing the fish heads, you've got to play this like RPG type game. It's really cool.
And then the one you said at the cartoon, was that sort of the horror?
Yeah,
like
the Barbara. Yeah, and in the background
yeah.
You've got the Halloween music going on.
It was like Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Very original.
Yeah,
very
and
original.
it's got a bittersweet ending. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to spoil the ending or anything, but yeah, it's well worth a play, and it's on Game Pass. So if you've got the old Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate, I highly recommend playing it. It's a short game. It only took me a couple hours, and then I had to go back and do another couple of replay of the levels, which it lets you do from the menu to mop up some achievements. Quick, easy 1,000 gamer score. But yeah, it's a really sweet little game. I really enjoyed it. Quite touching in places. What did you think, Kim?
Yeah, I mean, I went into it. I wanted to play it for a while, and then you said you'd played it and you recommended it. So all right, 2 hours. I can jump into this, see what it's about. And it wasn't exactly what I was expecting, because I wasn't, I don't know. I expected it to be creepy or something, and I don't know why. But the atmosphere was really good. Like just first time you walk into the house, and of course the way the music is and everything, I was expecting something to jump out and eat me at any time. And it didn't necessarily, but like Mark said, the story was nice, and seeing the different stories for different people and how it played out, and in a lot of ways, I felt bad for this family because you know what happened to them, and
Gregory was a heartbreaker for me.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's on Game Pass and it's free, and try it. Like I said, for me it was a little bit of a mind fuck, but it was good. I kind of went back and said, wait, what happened? With the little girl with Molly. It was funny because they talked about Molly at first, and then Edith brings up who Molly was, and then you go into the story and Molly is this, and you're like, wait a minute, what was Molly? Was she this or was she that? And then you kind of figure it all out as it goes along.
I remember it. At one point you play as a squirrel, isn't that right? Or
it's
something?
a cat. That's Molly's story, yeah. Because she's hungry. She's been sent to bed with no food.
Oh yeah,
and then there's one bit you're shooting stuff out of the sky on the beach.
You're flying a kite.
Yeah, or kites, yeah.
And you collecting the words. Yeah.
I suppose it's like a whole conglomeration of really well put together mini games.
Yeah, and mini stories.
Wrapped in a beautiful story and beautiful graphics,
and to progress in the house, you'll see stuff in the stories, which then when you come out of that person's chapter, you can actually find either the key to that door or the passageway into that next room. So it's really clever, really well done. I was very impressed.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, and Mark, you played another big classic there, which is one that I have, which I haven't finished
I
because
thought you'd finished it as well. I know Greg has.
No.
Yeah.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah. I know a lot of people have raved about it. It's hardly done on the Gamesman. He cannot say a bad word about this. He's always promoting this, and I've had it sat on my hard drive for absolutely ages, and I thought, right, sod it, I'm playing it. I'm going to concentrate on it and get it done. And I played it in 3 sittings, and it is amazing. The visuals and the audio. This is one of the first games that use that binaural audio setup. So I made sure I had the proper Dolby Atmos headphones on and everything. It's just brilliant. It's really good. I found the combat quite hard. It's not the easiest combat wise.
I think that's what annoyed the hell of me.
Yeah.
I think there was one big. There's like a flame boss, like a guy on fire. Was that is that near the beginning or
near the beginning? You have to defeat two gods, the fire god and the mischievous god, to get through into Hela. So yeah,
and I did get through it, but then it was funny. There was one. I think the bit that I'm sort of got stuck on at the end was these guys, like zombie fellas, kept coming at you, and then after you've beat a couple of them down, then there's people like guys with swords or axes or something, like more heavies, but then you're attacking one, and then somebody got you from behind, and it is quite intense. And maybe I'm just crap at it, but I just couldn't get it.
Well, Senua's got mental health problems. She's got psychosis and everything, and one of the reasons you've got this binaural audio is because you've got all these voices, which are nearly all Senua's voice. You got a few other male voices of people she knows, like, is it Druth or Druth something, but most of them you can hear is herself, and she'll say, "Oh, don't go that way, go this way, go that way. No, don't go here." And it gives you clues as well. When you're in combat, she'll say, you'll hear something and it'll sound behind you. She'll say, "Watch out behind," and then you know that there's someone going to attack you from behind. You have to turn around and block. And it's same with some of the puzzles. You'll start walking down a pathway, and she'll say, "Oh no, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way." And all these little voices, although at first you think they're just there for atmosphere, but they're not. A lot of them tell you where to go and what to do. A lot of them give you instructions, so it's really clever.
Okay, maybe go back.
Now, I was quite fortunate that I didn't die in this. Every time you get defeated, it goes back to a checkpoint. But every time you get defeated, you get some black stuff on your arm, and they called it the rot. And every time you die, it goes further and further up your arm. And if it gets to your head, then your character completely dies, and it says you lose all progress and start over. I didn't experience that. I died 3 times in the whole game, so it only went as far as sort of like just above the elbow.
I've died lots and lots.
Does it completely? Do you have to completely start again then?
I don't know.
I'm sure you said you didn't have to.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, I'm gonna be screwed.
But I was getting quite near the end of the game, and the battles were getting tougher. And I'm thinking, I don't want to start again. I don't want to die. And I'm getting quite angry at some of these battles. But yeah, some of them are really tough. there's some shielded guys. They did my crusting. You had to dodge and roll and get to the back of them. But there was a feature. You have this mirror on your hip, and when I don't know how it works, but it's some sort of like magic thing. And every time you land a hit, it charged this mirror, and when this mirror like got fully charged, you'd see a symbol on the screen. Then you can go into what's called focus mode. It's just like Deadeye and Red Dead and stuff. So it slows down time, and you can move a bit faster, and you can get quite a lot of blows in while they're just like stationary. So that was key to taking down the bigger enemies, the guys with the massive clubs and the shield guys for me.
Okay.
Yeah, really, really good.
All right, it is, and I appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah,
but
some of it, the trickster levels were very clever as well, because to progress through some of the areas, some of the puzzles, you're thinking, well, there's nowhere to go, you can't see, it's all blocked off, and then there'd be like this archway with a glowing skull on it, and then if you walk behind it, as you walk through the archway, your perspective changes, and there's an entrance, so if you walk through it, it's like a different dimension. It's really clever how it worked. So very, very impressed.
All right, and the last one was KCD. I asked you what that was. So Kingdom Come Deliverance, which you're not terribly impressed with.
No, I bought this before it came on Game Pass. It was cheap. I think it was about £7 on a sale. So I thought, I've heard a lot of people say good things about it. I know Katie on Entertainer, she really enjoyed it. So I thought, I like my RPG stuff. I'll give this a punt for £7. I haven't played it since then, and now it's free on Game Pass. But yeah, I thought I'd start it. I did ask the guys in the WhatsApp group, what should I play next? And both Kim and Pete said, play Kingdom Come Deliverance. So I started it. It's got a beautiful intro. It's set in medieval times. You have this blacksmith's son in this little like township village thing. And then some enemies come, and then they wipe everyone out, and that's when the story begins. But before that even starts, there's a few, I think, like an introduction to the game. There's a few tasks you have to do, and one of them is your father asks you to collect some money off one of the villagers for hammer and nails, what he bought off you but didn't pay for, and an axe, and then you have to go pick up some charcoal for the forge, and pick up a pitcher of ale. Easy, you think? Yeah, easy. Right, so you go to this guy, and he won't pay you, and you try the dialogue option, but because you're level 1, the dialogue option fails, and you get into a scrap. That's where this game pissed me off big time. The combat is fucking disastrous. It is awful. You can do a large heavy hit. You can do like a quick jab, and then the other option is a block. Or if you're in a grapple, you can kick them away. But it doesn't seem to work. I got my ass handed to me loads of times. And you have to go back to your mum to get patched up, and you go back and try fight him again, and the fighting is just awful. So I tried a different tactic where I snuck up behind him and choked him out, and I knocked him out. So I got the hammer and nails and the axe, and thought, great, I've got them now. I'll have to go sell these, get my money back, and then I can buy the charcoal for my dad and get the ale. The merchants won't buy it because it's stolen goods. How the fuck they know it's stolen goods? I do not know. They will not buy it. I don't know it's stolen. That I'm going to report you, lad. So
it's not often that I hear from you that I'm out.
No, there's a couple of games I've done that with, not many. So I did a bit of looking online, and a lot of people said, well, if you go into your own house, there's a load of apples and carrots and parsnips you can go sell in the market, and you get enough coin to buy these things you want. So I did that, and then you meet some of your mates in the tavern before you go buy the ale, and then it's like a little side quest for that, and then you end up in a fight again, and again it's the same issues. It's absolutely awful combat. But I got through it, I scraped through it, and then the invading forces came. They do certain things to the village and some members of your family, and you have to flee to the next village. And even riding on the horse, it's just awful to control. You're being hunted by these invading forces while you're going to the next village, and it's just awful. I got to the next village and I tried to carry on a bit, and I just ended up having to quit it. I might go back to it later. I might not. I don't know.
No, you won't.
I've not deleted it yet, but I'm really disappointed. Because I know further on, I know as you level up and you get more experienced in the fighting, and you get stronger. I have heard it's a good game, and it looks nice and it sounds good. It's quite well. It's a bit cheesy voice acting, but it's not terrible. But yeah, just so disappointed with the combat. It put me off completely.
All right. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere near it.
Yeah. It's on Game Pass now as well. But,
and speaking of big, long games with combat that is better, are you anywhere near the end of Red Dead Redemption 2?
I think so, because we just got done. Dutch just got done doing something big and terrible, and now we're having a falling out, sort of him and Arthur and all that. So I think we're getting close to the end of chapter 6, because then there's 7 chapters altogether. So
I think there's 6 and then the prologue, isn't there? So the epilogue. There's 2 epilogues. Yeah. You're not far off. I don't think.
Yeah, there's something happened with the big oil magnet, and if you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. And Dutch is really shit the bed, and I'm this close to just. I'm looking at Arthur going, why the hell don't you just shoot Dutch and Micah and be done with it? Because they're the 2 biggest fuck-ups that I have ever seen in my entire life. So, yes, I'm brutally honest, because just what happened, I just sat at the screen and stared at it. It was kind of like what happened at the end with Rhodes, and I'm just sitting there with my controller in my hand, staring at the screen with my mouth hanging wide open going, did that just what? You know, I feel bad for poor Arthur.
Shit gets real at the back end of this game. Yeah.
Oh, it's just, it's aggravating. But yes, so I'm getting there. I think I'm getting close enough to the end, so hopefully.
I really should go back to this.
Because I'm hoping at some point next month I think I'm gonna pick up Greedfall, so I really want to get this done.
So I just received an email. Robin, here are your booking details for flight from EasyJet for all right, okay. Sorry, I won't say it because it's a Christmas present, right? Judith earlier on said, yeah, let's get the kids, Joshua and some of my nephews and nieces, instead of buying them something this year, let's send them somewhere. Let's send them to Cairo. I went, what? Yeah, they can go to Cairo. It's lovely. Joshua will love it. Take photographs. Where? Cairo in Egypt? No, Cairo. Let me see it.
Not the safest of places.
Krakow.
Oh, Poland, is it?
Yeah.
So she's pronounced Krakow. Yeah. Caro. So yeah, we're sending the kids to Auschwitz for Christmas. Very good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
you give the best gift.
Yeah, we just talked about it. She said, "What do you think, Rob?" Just before I came out of here, what do you think? I think that's a good idea. There you go. It's done. The flight's booked. Judith.
Wait.
Right. Anyway, I have 6 points to get.
Yeah,
so let's get this party quiz started.
Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What's that noise?
And before Mark starts chatting, if you have Mark's WhatsApp details, join in if you're in the live chat right now, if there's any shatters in there. So you can send your answers to Mark and join in. Okay, Mark, over to you. Can't wait for this.
I've just seen what you've put. Right, okay. So, audio quiz. You're going to hear 3 audio clips and you have to tell me what game they're from. That easy. The first round, you WhatsApp me what you think the answer is without any help. And then you get another option of sending another answer when I give you some multiple choices. If you get the answer correct without any help, you get 2 points. If you get it on the multiple choice, you get 1 point. So there's 6 points up for grabs. Mm-hmm. Now, this week's clips, they're all 1-minute reviews. All right. I pulled these off YouTube, so credit to Pro Jared on YouTube. They're the only ones I found for 1-minute reviews. They are quite old, so they are, I'll tell you now, they're all late 360 PS3 era. But they're all popular games.
Oh, dear Lord.
All right. Okay. I couldn't find any recent 1-minute reviews, but they are quite good.
I'm not that old.
Now, where they do give the character or the game's name away, I have redacted it. So there might be a bit of a sound blip in it, but that's intentional. So we'll get straight into it, and this is audio quiz number 1.
Round 1.
It's very good. It has an excellent campaign with a fantastic depiction of
redacted.
The way she is acted, portrayed, and reacts to the situations around her makes her a much more relatable character than everyman.
Redacted.
The gameplay is a perfect blend of exploration, puzzles, platforming, shootouts, and stealth. But the survival gameplay is nothing more than a means to get experience points to purchase new skills. It's not actual survival. You'll consistently get new tools throughout the whole game to access new areas, which is kind of Metroid-ish and done very well. It has solid gameplay and the story is really good, but it's the phenomenal presentation and the sound design that really makes it stand out. Plus there are loads of collectibles and secret
redacted
find that'll make you want to go back and keep playing. If you're interested in checking it out, buy it. It's that good and you won't regret it.
Redacted.
Gets a 9 out of 10.
So, on that basis of that 1 minute review from Pro Jared, what do you think that game is? Right, I've got an answer from Phil. I've got an answer from Robin. And an answer from Kim. And you are all well done. It was Tomb Raider. Yeah, the Tomb Raider reboot. Well done, everyone. Wow. You all got 2 points.
Tomb Raider redacted. Cool.
Kim, Robin, Phil, 2 points. 2 points.
Can we get the multiple choice ones now?
I was going to give you Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, which I thought were a bit silly because it's a she, but anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
B was Tomb Raider, C was Bioshock, D was Bayonetta.
Right. Extra points.
Yeah. Right, so you ready for question 2?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if you can get 6 out of 6 for these.
Round 2.
It's as good as everyone says it is. It has one of the best single-player campaigns I've played in a long time. It really hits home the lack of resources you have while trying to use stealth and survival techniques to get around different enemies and the weird zombie fungus thingies. And the story is fantastic. It has a lot of mature themes that a lot of other games wouldn't even dare touch, and it does it very, very well. It doesn't really have any jaw-dropping revelation moments, but it does have very real scenes that's very well acted that will get you very emotional. And the online multiplayer is really fun.
Redacted.
Really captures the essence of a single player. The team deathmatch mode I didn't care for as much. It has very tense gameplay with a well-presented story, and it's games like this that make me wonder why we even need a new console generation. Act surprised for this.
Redacted.
Gets a 10 out of 10.
Right, I've got an answer from Robin. I've got an answer from Kim.
How did you type with only one hand? How did you do that, Kim?
It's amazing what you can do with one hand. Anyway, moving on.
Well, anyway.
Right, so I will say that Kim and Robin are correct. Phil is incorrect, so I will give you some multiple choices, Phil. See if you can scrape up a point. Is it A, Bioshock? Is it B, God of War 3? Is it C, The Last of Us? Or is it D, Beyond Two Souls?
I'll tell you the answer, yeah?
Yeah, you might as well, yeah. There's only...
Last of Us?
It is! The Last of Us, yeah. The greatest game ever made on that console generation. Yeah.
Never played it.
Did I not get an extra point for getting the multiple guess ones right? No?
No, you don't. No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry,
All right. Cool.
Right, the last one. Here we go. Question 3.
Final round.
It's bad. It's really bad. The single-player campaign is one of the most disappointing things with some of the worst enemy AI, terrible cutscenes, and awful story with a completely stupid, insulting ending that I've ever seen. Every
redacted
dies so quickly, you just plow through everything, making you never feel
Seriously, Mark?
never feel challenged, and then you're not having any fun. The best feature it has is playing as
redacted
in the multiplayer mode. And controlling it
redacted
is absolutely terrible. There's really nothing good worth mentioning about this game. But at least it functions? This game sucks.
Redacted.
Gets a 2 out of 10.
That's all Greg was doing. Right, so I've got an answer from Robin. I've got an answer from Phil. And I've got an answer from Kim, and you were all correct. It is the shockingly awful game Aliens Colonial Marines. Well done. That is a Cracking round, you all lad. 6 points to Kim and Robin and 5 points to Phil. Well done. Did you like that, Robin? I couldn't resist. I was texting Greg earlier, says, "Oh, wait till you listen to the quiz bit."
Move on. That man knows nothing. He knows nothing.
It's bad.
I like them.
It's really
I liked
bad.
them at the beginning of that quiz, but not anymore.
Right, I'll just go on.
Very good. Excellent. That was good. And that's the sort of level of hardness that we need. Okay, let's get into some news. If you can hit the news button while you're doing that, that'll be great. We're going to speed it up here because I don't want to run too long because I know Phil has some flat dicks to do. Minecraft Earth Early Access is launching in
got
October.
my finger ready on it. Go on.
Oh, news. Fucking news. Here's the fucking news.
Here is the fucking news.
So Minecraft Earth, as I said, is coming to early access, launching in October. It's going to be free to play augmented reality. I have been trialing it on my phone, and it's interesting. It's going to be a bit like your Minecraft stroke Pokemon Go that took the world by storm a few years ago. And I honestly do believe that this will take the world by storm again. It was revealed during Minecon Live that Minecraft Earth has been in closed beta in 5 cities over the summer. And there'll be different variants of mobs and crafting and smelting and social multiplayer experiences. So, for example, I can share a map with you, Mark. I can build some big phallus, and you can help me with it. So you'll see it, and you can work your way at it, and we can share that map and
help me mold it.
Augmented world. My phallus may be in your bathroom, and mine might be in my bedroom, but it'll still be the same phallus. So that'll be interesting. So of course, so it is coming out very, very soon. Pre-registration for early access is live right now, so you can sign up for this for Android, and that's odd because I've been playing it on Apple. So if you want interested in that, it's free. Just go and search for Minecraft Earth Early Access, and you can register to get onto that early access thing for freeze. So yeah, Minecraft Earth. Did any of you try the Minecraft Earth?
No, I signed up for it, but I didn't get into it. I want to play it.
Yeah, there's been about 4 or 5 different updates to it. So yeah, that's been interesting. Sort of gaming. Well, it is gaming related, of course. Your Tesla, Mark. When you get up tomorrow morning and you go out to the garage and unplug your Tesla, it should have had a new update for its OS.
Yeah.
And of course, Ryan McCaffrey from IGN and previous podcasts is a real Tesla fan. And after this latest update, you can now play Cuphead on the dashboard of your Tesla, which is kind of pretty cool. They have include this shoot 'em up as part of the new 10.0 software update. But you're gonna have to use Spotify and karaoke. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's got summon mode and everything on it. Yeah.
So Kyle,
just
spotted this note. Kyle has just traded in his. He had the Boy Racer Honda
Civic Type R. Yeah.
Civic Type R for Tesla. So good lad, Kyle. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I wonder why he bought it. Did he buy it for Cuphead, or did he buy it for the car?
No, he bought it for Cuphead. He's a Cuphead nut, and
Definitely
he loves Cuphead. Yeah. Anything with Cuphead he buys, he's bought it just for
Tesla.
Cuphead. Yeah.
That's freaking brilliant. Oh, yeah. Kyle, why you not come to London, mate? Come on.
He's working. If you listen to the last Entertainers, he's having to work that Saturday.
Oh, dear.
So, and he's got a wedding or something. I can't remember. Yeah. It's a shame, really. I like Kyle.
Yeah. So, okay. And what I was talking about earlier on, Mario Kart Tour is now available on mobile devices. So away you go. Go and get Mario Kart Tour and play it. It's free. Go and do it. Free to play to start with, anyway. Lastly, the last thing I just loved in here was about a game called Afterparty.
Yeah, we mentioned this last week, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a YouTube link of it there as well. It's the people that developed Oxenfree.
Yeah.
It comes in October. It looks like similar sort of style to Oxenfree.
Yep.
So it's sort of cartoony adventure with a dark twist on it. It looks like this one here is a sort of more of a funny.
The developers were on Inside Xbox, weren't they? And we were talking to Jeff Rubinstein, and we were saying it's whereas Oxenfree was like quite realistic with a supernatural overtones, this was completely the opposite, where you're dead and you're in hell and you have to drink your way out of hell, basically. But yeah, it sounds a lot of fun, and you can see the Oxenfree influences.
Weekend.
Yeah,
drink your way out of hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be good fun. Have you played Oxenfree, Phil?
I haven't actually. No, it's on Game Pass.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I recommend it.
It's great. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Another must play.
These indie games now are becoming sort of like the main focus for my gaming time at the moment. I'm just Oxenfree, Edith Finch, and was that Old Man's Journey, which Greg didn't like. I thought it was quite endearing. He just said it was boring, wasn't he? Didn't he? But yeah, some great.
Yeah, maybe like it after today.
Yeah,
maybe it's because it was 50.
It might have a different perspective today. Yeah.
All right, so that's that. I'm sure there is more news out there, but that's what I've touched on. Help me with this Facebook post, okay? This is from Eric,
right?
And it's about Minecraft. So this is Eric. I want to have fun building in hashtag Minecraft. MC, I take it that's
Minecraft? No, I thought that'd be Minecraft.
MC, Minecraft. You can spend hours searching for a server where two people care about what you build, or you can build alone, where no one will see your work. Me, oh, sad face. MC, or there's the @OC_podcast realm. No shaders, no mods. What does that bit mean?
All right, well, on the Java edition on Minecraft, there are an abundance of mods you can get and download. A lot of them, most of them free, where it can have realistic graphics, or you can have mods where you can teleport to certain coordinates and stuff. There's tons and tons of mods, but that's only the Java edition. The Bedrock edition, what we play, is the only version where it's cross-platform across everything. The Java edition is only available on PC or Mac. So if you want to play across all the platforms and on a realm, then you have to have a Bedrock edition.
Because I'm not sure, I don't understand this message. Is that a positive thing, or is that a negative thing?
It's
a
positive thing.
Oh, okay.
I think he's having a bit of a whinge that there's no mods on the Bedrock edition. I think that's what he's getting at with that. That's the impression I get. That if he wants to build with people, which is i.e. the podcast server crew, then he has to play with no mods. So it's either one bad or another bad. So it's either play alone with all the mods but be sad alone, or it's play with people but with no mods.
I did see a video this week of, I think it was NVIDIA, showing some Minecraft like you've never seen it before. Absolutely beautiful water effects, absolutely beautiful graphics.
Yeah, it's the ray tracing, isn't it?
Yeah, it looked absolutely awesome. So, okay, well, thanks for the input, Eric. Good lad.
But the realm is still going.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to join the realm, then just drop myself or Mark a message, and we can add you.
Yeah. Just to touch on the, I know we mentioned quite a few weeks ago that the 4K update was dropped, and I've had a bit more information on that, and Phil was absolutely spot on about it. It's due to the cross-platform. It's because when they do an update on the Bedrock edition, that update is just one single update, and it covers all the platforms. They don't push. I thought they used to push out an update to iOS, an update to Nintendo, an update to Xbox and PC and everything. They don't. There's one update, and that's why the 4K pack, they couldn't get it to function to their liking, and that's why it was dropped, which is a shame, because I was looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh well. C'est la vie. Oh well. Minecraft. Okay. People talk amongst yourself. I've talked too much. We're talking the new releases now. Let's rattle through those. Kim, you're always so good at it. Get stuck in.
Alrighty. Your new releases for September 28th through October 4th are Destiny 2 Shadowkeep for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC on the 1st of October. Anybody still playing Destiny 2? Besides Womble?
Yeah, I'm going to say Nick's the only one I know.
Yeah. All right. Neo Cab for the PC. Apparently that's got nothing to do with the Matrix. Anyway, for the PC on October 3rd. And a big one that I'm sure quite a few are looking forward to. Ghost Recon Breakpoint for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Stadia, PC on October 4th. And those are your new releases.
Got it pre-ordered.
That looks brilliant.
It's already
It does look good, but I suck at stealth. So
you don't have to play it stealthy. You can go in on all guns blazing, but you probably die a lot.
Exactly, and that's no fun either. So
no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mark, what about your motorbikes?
My motorbikes, yeah, Trials Rising. Number 29, challenge number 29, Balloons Over Bacon, or as Greg calls it, Bagan.
Or bacon?
Yeah, bacon, yeah. The top 10. Number 10 is empty, like Pete's head, because he didn't take part this week. In 9th place, Scott Stubby with 57.149. 8th place, Chubston 999 53.953. In 7th place, Kim Gamergirl 27 with 46.597. 6th place is me with 44.896. In 5th place is an old 50-year-old geezer called Murphy's Law, 42.925. 4th place, Martin C 1984, 41.934. And this is where it gets interesting. The top 3. 3rd place, Womble, 40.916. In 2nd place, Snoogans, 40.479. And in 1st place, again, he's done it again, Lewis, Playing Skills, 40.334. The top 3, look how close they are, them times.
That's crazy, isn't it?
0.6 of a second between 1st and 3rd. Crazy, yeah? So there's only 2 tracks left now. So challenge number 30 will be on Ruined Run. I thought we were going to finish this week with a season, but I didn't realise there's 2 more tracks above where Saudi Arabia is on the map. So that's why there's 2 more tracks. So one is Ruined Run, which we're doing this week on the Rhino bike again, because not everyone's unlocked the can't remember what it's called now. The other one, I've not unlocked that one yet. Have you, Kim?
No, I haven't.
And get your times in by 7 PM next Sunday, and we'll read out the scores again. So good luck with that.
Cool. All right. Victory achieved. Let's tidy it up. This is the last night, really.
We need to draw a winner, really, don't we?
We're going to draw a winner this week, and we'll let that person know, and we'll announce it next week on the show. Victory achieved is when you finish your games. Nice to see games are being finished again as the weather turns. What you do is get to the end of the game when the credits roll, take a nice selfie with the credits in the background, preferably with some sexy bits. No, please, no sexy bits. And you send it off to at @OC_podcast with the hashtag victory achieved. And you enter a draw to win money. There's no catch. There really isn't a catch at all. That's for $20 or 15 quid for the gaming platform of your choice. And winners this year already, Dave 3-O-Matic, Sarah from RCGC. Fantastic. So the people that completed games this week, CB Ming J, he's gone back in time, finished Fable 2, Chicken Chaser.
Great game.
Nice.
Caliburn M, Detroit Become Human. There's been a couple of those finished this week. Marcanix finished Gears of War Ultimate. Wow, you did that. I loved your pink dress.
Yeah.
Right?
I did a bit of a Photoshop with a screenshot with the credits where I'm sort of like, I replaced my head on Marcus Phoenix's head. I did it for the Gears 5 one as well. And then Robin retweets it and puts me in a nice pink dress, which I thought was very fetching. I showed Jenny and she was in stitches.
Well,
So, well played, Robin.
Also finished Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Game Over UK finished Doom on the hardest level.
Nice.
Good lad. And Mark and Kim finished What Remains of Edith Finch. Daniel Fletch 90 again making great use of Game Pass, finished Life is Strange. And John Mouse also finished Detroit Become Human. Well done, everybody. And you're all in the draw.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna have to have a chat with John when I see him at EGX and see what he thought of Detroit, because I really enjoyed it.
I think he did. I think he really did. In the tweet. Yeah, very good. So for that, you get some old bugger saying something odd. Play the old man now, please.
was achieved.
I had to sound down. Sorry.
No, it was his hearing aid turned down. Don't worry about it. Okay, if you want to join in with us as we broadcast live, you can do that. As we're live, you can go on to our little chat feed at twitch.tv/OC podcast or Mixer or YouTube. There's a chat feed there, and we'll respond to stuff live if you want to. As we go out live every week at 9 o'clock in the UK, 1 p.m. in the West Coast, and 4 p.m. in the East Coast, and 7 a.m. in Australia. Please leave us a review. It'd be lovely to get a review on iTunes or anywhere you want to leave your reviews. And we have lots of clubs, we have lots of communities, we have lots of things and lots of nice places to do. And you can send us an email at podcast@ocpod.com or tweet us at @OC_podcast or go under our active Facebook group at fb.ocpod.com. It's a fabulous place. We have a lovely community. Come and join in with us all. It's absolutely good fun. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk to Kim. Kim, let's talk to you. Do we have any people in the chat and you can say hello to them?
Yes, we do. RCGC is in the chat. Rob VTS or Snookins is in the chat. Sarcastic Pilch, Commander Root, and Lurks was also there.
Oh, Pilch. Okay, question to Pilch. Pilch, why did you leave the EGX London group? Coming to London calling.
He's left the chat.
All right, well, if he listens to this afterwards, you know it's not Twitter, right? It's not Twitter.
Yeah.
I know you like to leave Twitter sporadically. WhatsApp ain't Twitter, so why did you leave?
Anyway, we love you. Come back. Yeah, bum. All right, anybody else, Kim?
That's it.
Good. Anybody you'd like to shout out?
I want to shout out Pilch for leaving the WhatsApp group. Why? Right, Phil.
I want to shout out Jason and you guys for reminding me how much fun we have with OCD&D. Also, thanks for having me on the show, guys. Happy birthday, Greg. And it's been brilliant.
Oh shit! Yeah, we better wish old man a happy birthday, haven't we?
Bobbins.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Jason Gulliker's underpants. I would like to say hello to, and the nurse. If you go into the nurse, make sure you change your underwear first, please, Jason. Please do that. Of course, the G-Man. I hope somebody finds your G-spot today on your birthday, and happy birthday, old fella. And I'm really looking forward to the month of October. Because the month of October seems to be the build-up to EGX and all our great buddies and friends coming together from all over the UK and all over the world to this fantastic thing. And I feel very humbled that we're all getting together this way and all for a bit of fun. So thank you, everybody, for listening to this podcast. It has been a whiz, and we will be back next week with a very, very old man and a lot more of us. And thank you very much for listening. Please contact me about EGX at Bongo the Sane, please, if you want to come to the escape rooms or out for our meal. Please. You'll have fun. Don't be shy. If you've never met us, don't worry. We'll be nice. So contact us. So thank you very, very much for listening. Have a great, wonderful, and safe gaming week. We will see you all again next week. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.